Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel where history, mystery, and money come together in the most unexpected ways. Today, we're diving into a story that's not just about copper and nickel, but about curiosity, legacy, and potentially treasure hiding in plain sight. You might be holding on to something worth more than you think. Yes, that unassuming 1981 UK New Pence coin in your old jar, drawer, or piggy bank could turn out to be a hidden gem. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of British numismatic history that collectors around the world are actively hunting for. Let's go back to the beginning. The coin we're talking about today is part of the decimalisation revolution that reshaped British currency in the 1970s. Specifically, the two New Pence coin minted in 1981. By then, decimal coins had been circulating for over a decade. But something unique happened with the coins from this year, especially those with the New Pence inscription. You see, from 1971 to 1981, British 2 pence coins were inscribed with the words New Pence to help the public distinguish the new decimal coins from the old pre-decimal system. It was a temporary measure, but in 1982, the Royal Mint replaced New Pence with just 2 pence. So the 1981 New Pence is the final year this phrase ever appeared on a 2p coin. That alone makes it significant. Now, why is it valuable? Because coins like this represent a transition, the end of an era. Collectors love key dates. They chase final year issues because they mark the last breath of a design series. And in this case, the 1981 New Pence coin is exactly that. Add to that the fact that it has no mint mark, and you start to realize you're looking at a coin that might be far more than just 2 pence. And here's where it gets really exciting. Some rare variants and pristine condition specimens of the 1981 New Pence coin have been listed online for hundreds of pounds, sometimes more, depending on condition and demand. In numismatics, the story matters just as much as the metal, and this coin has a story to tell. Imagine a coin that most people overlook, possibly worth $1,000, $4,500, or even $8,000 in the right setting. That's not fantasy. That's the power of scarcity, demand, and collector obsession. Auctions and online marketplaces are full of stories where common-looking coins sold for uncommon amounts. But what about the coin's design? On the obverse, you'll find the famous portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, a classic image that reigned over British coins for decades. On the reverse, a symbolic depiction of the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. This rich symbolism adds an extra layer of meaning and charm for collectors. Why does condition matter? Because like all valuable collectibles, the better preserved your coin is, the higher its value. A coin in mint or uncirculated condition can fetch a premium. Even lightly circulated ones can be valuable if they're free from damage and still retain a sharp strike. But don't just take my word for it. Do your own treasure hunt. Go through your coin collection, check those 2p coins, and if you spot one from 1981 with New Pence on it, you might just have something special. It doesn't have to shine like gold to be worth gold. And don't forget, the most valuable coins aren't always the ones made from precious metals. Sometimes it's the story, the era, the rarity, or the historical cutoff point that gives a coin its real power. That's exactly what we see with the 1981 New Pence coin. It's also a piece of cultural memory, a relic of when Britain was still transitioning into a new era of decimal money. Owning this coin is like owning a tiny time machine, one that fits in your pocket but carries decades of economic and royal history. Collectors from the UK, the US, Canada, and beyond are always searching for unique British coins, and the 1981 New Pence is increasingly turning up on those want lists. With fewer of them in excellent condition and more interest growing online, this coin's value may continue to climb. So if you've got one, don't rush to spend it. Get it appraised. Consider getting it professionally graded. Store it safely. You never know when it might make you a few hundred, or even £1,000 richer. And if you're a new collector, let this be your inspiration. This is what makes coin collecting magical. The thrill of finding treasure where no one else sees it. The potential of transforming a forgotten penny into a prized possession. So here's your challenge. After watching this video, go check your change, your coin jars, your old birthday cards, and maybe even your grandparents' drawers. Look closely. You could be holding a 1981 New Pence coin. And if you are, you've got something worth holding on to. Coin collecting isn't just about money. It's about discovery, And this little 1981 coin might just be your ticket into the thrilling world of rare currency. Next up, the 1978 Two Pence coin. It's more than just a coin. It's a time capsule, a symbol of transition, and for the lucky few, it could be a financial surprise waiting to happen. If you have one of these coins lying around, don't ignore it. What may look like an ordinary 2p coin could actually be a valuable piece of British history. That's right. The 1978 Two Pence with no mint mark has become one of the most desirable coins from the late 20th century. The mystery, the rarity, and the demand all work together to give this coin more power than you'd expect. Let's take a moment to understand its history. In the early 1970s, the UK was undergoing a massive transformation in its monetary system, switching from the centuries-old pounds, shillings, and pence to the new decimal system. It was a change that impacted every person in the country. The Two Pence coin was part of this monumental shift, first issued in 1971, but it's the 1978 version that has collectors talking. Why 1978? Well, this was a time when the Royal Mint was producing coins in relatively lower quantities compared to earlier years, and many of these coins never entered general circulation. While the coin doesn't carry a mint mark, its scarcity, especially in uncirculated or proof condition, has led to a surge in demand over the years. It features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin on the obverse, an iconic image that defined a generation of British coins. On the reverse, the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. It's not just a coin, it's a story, a symbol, a slice of heritage. Now you're probably wondering, is it really that valuable? The answer is yes. Coins from this era, especially from the late 70s, have been climbing in value, particularly in the collector's market. A 1978 2p coin in top condition, especially those from proof sets or with minimal handling, has sold online for up to $4,000, $6,000, and even close to $10,000 in rare cases. The exact value depends on its condition and the level of interest among collectors at any given time. That's right. A coin with a face value of just 2 pence could potentially fetch hundreds of pounds if you've got the right one in the right condition. It's like discovering treasure in your own home. That's why you should never underestimate old change. What makes this coin even more special is that it was part of a defining era in British currency. Every piece holds the echo of change, social, economic, and royal. You're not just holding a coin. You're holding a chapter of national history. And collectors are more aware of this than ever before. Many 1978 coins were included in brilliant uncirculated sets or presentation packs, making them rarer in circulation. So if you found one in your wallet, your attic, or an old tin box, you might just be one of the lucky few to own a true numismatic gem. Collectors love final year coins, low mintage coins, and transitional designs. This 1978 2p coin with new pence ticks all those boxes. It was part of the final stretch before the design changed in 1982 to say 2 pence instead. That subtle design change increased interest in earlier coins and made coins like the 1978 version more collectible than ever. Now let's talk about motivation. Why should you care? Because stories like this are what make collecting thrilling. It's about the thrill of the hunt, the possibility of profit, and the joy of owning something with real historical significance. You don't need a metal detector or a treasure map. Sometimes, treasure is hiding in plain sight. And even if your coin isn't in perfect condition, it still holds value as part of a broader set or as a stepping stone into the world of coin collecting. It's never too late to start. And there's never been a better time to check your change. Many of these coins are quietly disappearing from circulation, being snapped up by collectors and dealers who know what they're worth. That only increases the value of the remaining ones. So if you find one, hold on to it, protect it, and consider getting it professionally graded to unlock its full potential. This is your call to action. Go through your coin jars. Search the old family albums. Ask your grandparents. You could be sitting on a coin that others are desperately looking for. And the best part? You're not just finding money, you're finding meaning. Next up, the 1979 UK Two Pence coin. Now don't let the small size of this coin fool you. What you're about to learn could transform your perspective on your pocket change forever. This coin, dated 1979, may appear ordinary at first glance. It's copper-plated steel. It says New Pence like other coins from that era. But what makes this particular one so sought after is the fact that it's become a target for collectors, especially those looking to complete early decimal collections. And yes, it carries no mint mark, which means it's part of the general issue, but the value lies in its age, its design, and the growing scarcity of pristine specimens. Let's rewind the clock a bit. The 2 Pence coin was first introduced in 1971 when the UK transitioned from the traditional pounds, shillings, and pence to a simpler decimal system. The government wanted the public to easily identify the new coins, so they were marked with the phrase "new pence." That designation lasted until 1981, when the wording was officially changed to just 2 pence. That puts the 1979 version near the tail end of the new pence era, a fact that already makes it significant in any collection. But 1979 wasn't just any year. It was a time of economic and political transformation in the UK. Margaret Thatcher had just become Prime Minister. The country was entering a new chapter, and coins like the 1979 2 Pence were circulating in the hands of people experiencing real change. Holding this coin is like holding a piece of that era, a small but powerful relic from a country finding its new path. Now you may ask, how many people are interested in this coin? The answer is thousands. All over the UK, Europe, and even the United States, coin collectors are constantly on the lookout for specific coins to complete their decimal collections. Many of these collectors don't just want any 2p coin. They want coins from key years. And 1979 is one of them. Online marketplaces see frequent listings and enthusiastic buyers looking for coins from this year, especially in excellent condition. Let's talk numbers. A circulated 1979 2p coin might fetch a modest price, but when you find one in uncirculated condition, especially one taken from a brilliant uncirculated set or a proof set, you could be looking at a value of $3,000, $5,000, or even as high as $8,500 if it's in pristine, untouched condition. This is where the magic of coin collecting comes in. The right buyer, the right grade, and the right story can turn a tiny coin into serious cash. And don't forget, this isn't just about money. It's about meaning. A coin like this is history you can hold. It's a bridge between generations. It was used in a world before smartphones, before social media, even before the internet. And yet here it is, still turning heads and sparking interest decades later. The design of the coin features Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, sculpted by Arnold Machin, whose portrait was iconic across British coinage. On the reverse is the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 feathers emerging from a coronet with a ribbon that reads, Ich Dien, a motto with centuries of royal history. It's a regal design that connects this humble coin to the larger story of the British monarchy. This coin didn't have a mint mark because it was struck for general circulation. But that hasn't stopped it from becoming valuable. Quite the opposite. As years go by, fewer high-grade coins from 1979 remain in existence. Many have been damaged, lost, or worn beyond recognition. That's why collectors are more eager than ever to find well-preserved versions. The demand is rising, and the supply is falling. The perfect formula for increasing value. There's also emotional value attached to coins like this. For many people, this coin brings back memories of the late 70s, of family trips, corner shops, and days when 2 pence could actually buy something sweet. This nostalgia, combined with numismatic interest, makes it highly collectible. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby. It's a global phenomenon. And when it comes to British coins, the early decimal years are especially hot right now. Social media groups, online auctions, and forums are filled with people discussing these exact coins. The 1979 2 Pence is getting attention, not just for its age, but for its place in an evolving collection world where everyday coins can be worth far more than face value. So if you've come across a 1979 Pence coin in your home, don't spend it. Don't give it away. Look at its condition. Is it shiny and crisp? Has it been well preserved? If so, you might have something special. And if it's in a proof set or original packaging, that's even better. Store it safely, get it appraised, and see what the market is willing to offer. The world of coins is full of surprises. Some of the rarest and most valuable coins don't even look rare. That's the beauty of this pursuit. It's not just about gold or silver. It's about the stories, the years, and the people behind each coin. And this 1979 2 Pence is a perfect example of that. So here's your challenge. Go check your collection, your change jar, your attic, and maybe even that old birthday card from decades ago. You never know where these treasures might be hiding. You could be one coin away from an exciting discovery. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being part of this journey today. If you're passionate about coins, history, or hidden value, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who loves a good mystery. Every coin has a story, and some of them, like this one, are worth far more than anyone expects.